couldn't handle what I was asking for. Like, if I got exactly what I wanted tomorrow, how would I be able to keep it? Hey everyone, it's Christina. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm sorry if I sound a little strange. I think I'm coming down with a cold, so yeah, just ignore that. But today I really wanted to do just a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm heading out to do some house tours and everything, so I just want to kind of show you how I get ready and everything, and also talk about a lot of stuff, because there's a lot that, oh my gosh, my voice sounds terrible. Yeah, I just want to open up and be personal about what's going on, because I think everyone always shows like their highest points and when they're doing well and when everything looks great, but that's just like, that is not the majority of the time. You know, the majority of the time is the struggle, or, you know, the disappointment or the fear, you know. So I just want to be kind of personal. If you're new here, I mostly make content about, you know, becoming your best self and kind of what that journey looks like for me personally. I know a lot of people make that kind of content, but I really just try to like make it as realistic as to like what I'm going through at the time, because I don't know, I just think that's the most transparent way to do it. I really try to only talk about things that I personally experience, things that I'm learning on my personal journey. So that's kind of what I make content about. I moved actually to Atlanta last year, and I can't believe it's been a year. Like, the fact that it's been a year is great. Let me get started on my makeup, because I'm just talking and not doing anything. I use this foundation, Too Faced, I think. I've had this since like my senior year of high school, and there's still a lot in this tube. And you know what's crazy about it? I wear this in the winter and in the summer, and it always seems to match my complexion. It's like magic in a bottle. I don't know how it does that, but I've had this forever. So yeah, I'm really not a huge makeup person, so I don't wear it all the time, but yeah, this is what I'm wearing. But yeah, I can't believe it's been a year since I moved here, guys. This has by far been one of the most transformative years in my life, and I think one of the reasons why is because ever since college, you know, when everything is kind of expected, like, you know, you're gonna do this, you know what the next step is gonna be. When I moved here, I didn't have anything aligned. Like, I didn't know what my next day was gonna look like. I didn't know what was gonna happen. So I moved here, didn't have a job. When I moved here, it pulled the rug from under me. Like, literally, I was just like out in the open. I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like, nothing looked clear, nothing looked promising. And it just is so crazy to me how you can have those moments where everything is just so unknown, and then by piece, things just start aligning and things just start working out. So that's literally what this whole year has been for me. It's just taking it day by day, and things just fall into place. And I'm just getting a little like sentimental about it, because looking back, I didn't know where I was gonna be a year from where I was then. And so I did not write anything down. I did not plan this. So if I'm all over the place, I sincerely apologize. So I moved here, didn't have really anything lined up. I happened to get my job, and then I just started like building my own life here. Like, you know, I didn't know anybody. I moved here with my roommate. We're still roommates, but besides her, I didn't know anybody else here, like in this entire city. And that was so scary. That was just so scary. And it just felt like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how is this gonna work out? The one thing I will say, when I moved here, I knew I wanted to do better. I wanted to be better than how I used to be. Like, I will be honest, guys, I left with a whole of 2 friends once I graduated college, because I'm not a social person at all. Like, I feel like the majority of my life I have been isolated, I've been alone. And a lot of that was self-inflicted. I don't know, I just felt like no one understood me. You know, not to sound cliche or like sound like the lonely kid or whatever, but like, I really just felt like an outsider a lot throughout my life. So I literally would just stay to myself. I did always have like a couple friends, but for the most part, like, I was never in a friend group in college. I never had a group of friends where I would go and hang out with them. Well, I did have one towards the end, but that was like my first one. I just really was not the type of, you know, super sociable person. I've never been like a super sociable person. But when I moved here, I was telling myself, like, Christina, no, like, do you see how that ended for you? You didn't make any friends, you didn't build any relationships with people. I just didn't want that to happen here. When I moved here, it was my mission to just meet as many people as possible, to really network, really grow my community. Like, that's been such a big thing for me, is just to grow my community, because I never felt like I had a strong community of people. So when I moved here, I made that like a top priority, was for me to get outside my comfort zone and go out and meet people. So I've really been doing that this whole time, and I'm just so grateful for how it's been paying off. Like, I've been meeting so many people. I've been literally like, I just cannot express how grateful I am, because it feels like it just all started to align by itself. Like, I know, like, I would just go out by myself and meet people, and that's how I met all my friends. I just would go out and you know, just something would happen, we would like meet each other, and I just feel like there are no coincidences. I really feel like everything, like all the people in my life are in my life for a reason, and it all happened the way that it was supposed to happen. And I'm just so grateful for that, because I have like more friends that I've ever had in my entire life, and I moved here a year ago, and like that says a lot. It says like where you're supposed to be, things are gonna work out for you. And like I just really had to trust the process, literally, and just put myself out there, and I knew God was gonna take care of the rest. And that's literally what's been happening this entire time. And it's also crazy because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've been in a very disappointed like spirit lately. Like I feel like I'm not doing enough, I'm not where I want to be, like I've been slacking off. And I put so much pressure on myself just to make everything happen, just to like, you know, always be better. And what I feel like I'm being taught in this moment is that I am where I wanted to be a year ago. Like everything that you know what's crazy? I have a journal, right? I wrote down before I moved here what I wanted to happen for myself. All of that stuff happened. Like everything that I wrote down in my journal about like what before I moved here happened. So it just is like, I cannot take this season for granted. I cannot just be so impatient. I really have to remind myself that this is where I'm supposed to be, because I get in the habit of always wanting the next best thing, always wanting to work harder, always wanting to just reach the next accomplishment. And what I learned in this season is that I have to appreciate the season that I'm in now, because I'm here for a reason. Like if I was supposed to be in the next place in my life, I would be. And I feel like I've been so impatient and just, you know, I've been fighting and resisting and just pushing. And I think that God is literally telling me to like be patient and just keep doing the work, but stop stressing about it. Because I've been stressing about it. Like I've been like, why is this not working? There's so many things in the works for me right now that I'm just like, why am I not breaking through? Why am I not accomplishing this? Why is it not happening? And I have to really humble myself and say, Christina, last year, this was your dream. This is what you wanted for yourself, you know? So it's like, why are you taking this season for granted so much? And so I'm just really like stepping into that perspective, and it's hard. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it's way easier said than done to really like to surrender those feelings and to really just like stop resisting. But I mean, I'm at this point where I've been fighting so much that I'm just gonna have to like just give it up, like just like relinquish it to God, because at this point, I mean, I've done my part. So I feel like there's only so much that we can do. Like if we're doing all the things that we're supposed to be doing, the rest is just up to faith and just knowing that it is gonna happen. So I personally, I'm doing my part. Everything else is just out of my hands, and I'm such a control freak. Like anything that I can do to be successful, anything I can do to like get myself to the next level, I will do it. But the thing I'm learning is it's not all about what you can do, because there's just so many things that are outside of our hands that we have no control over. So I'm just really struggling and like dealing with the fact of like coming to terms with the fact that I don't have control over every aspect of my life. And I think that's what this season has like strongly taught me. There's this quote that I've been telling myself over and over for the last couple days. It is, go to war with the person in the mirror and don't come back until you win. And that has resonated with me so much right now, because there's just so much I want to like work on. Like there's just not even like physically, not anything, like mentally, like spiritually. Like I really just want to be a light. I want to be a positive force. And there's just so much I want to like do in this season of my life and improve in this season of my life, and I'm always just trying to like do something to be better. Like there's been moments where I'm not proud of who I am, and I make decisions that I'm not proud of. I do things that just I don't think align with my higher self. And in moments where I feel like that, I literally just have to tell myself, you know, keep fighting against those things. Like don't surrender to your old demons, don't surrender to your old habits. Like keep pushing, keep going. Because I think I mentioned this in my last video, I have the tendency to be quite lazy, I'm gonna be completely honest. And I think it's weird, guys. I'm a really hard worker. Like I really try to put in the work and get involved and do all these things, but I lack discipline. 100% I lack discipline. So I've been telling myself, go to war with the person in the mirror. And I'm like, okay, Christina, like you lack discipline. You have to fight against it. Like fight against it, resist it. Like fight against the inclination to be lazy and not do anything. Like I will be in my bed all day long and I just won't do anything. Like I'll just be laying in my bed, not doing anything. And I'm really just trying to break all of those habits that are keeping me stagnated. Like guys, I'm not a morning person. I'm trying to become a morning person. In fact, let me say I am a morning person, because you literally have to say anything that you want, you have to say that you are it. You have to claim it for yourself. So I am a morning person. I'm trying to become a morning person because I realize that there is time. I always tell myself there's not enough time in a day. There is time. I just have to make it, and I just have to really stop making excuses like there's no time, or like, you know, I'm too busy, like, you know. And while I am very busy, if I want it, I can make it happen. Like, if I really wanted it, I would find a way to do it. So it's just really like cutting out the excuses and just coming to terms with the fact that I've been making a lot of excuses for myself, and I think that's what's been, you know, stagnating me a little bit. So with that being said, I really have been just trying to fight all these characteristics that I've been struggling with, and just being self-aware and knowing that there's a lot of work that I need to do. Like, there's a lot. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that I'm not proud of, but I think the first step is acknowledging the things that I really want to work on and just figuring out what I can do about it. Because at the end of the day, acknowledging things is the first step, but your change does not come unless you know exactly what are you gonna do about it. You know, that's the bottom line. So I'm literally trying right now to get in the gym. I haven't worked out in the longest time. I haven't consistently worked out in over a year, you know. And I just want to prioritize my physical health because it's so important, and just staying active. And you know what's crazy? I think I started to not lose myself, that's a bit much, but I got stagnant. Like, I was just going through the same days. Like, I would work, come home, work on YouTube or do something with real estate, and then go to sleep and do the same thing over and over again. And I'm realizing that I don't really like routine. I don't really like doing the same thing for a super long period of time. What I'm realizing is I got a little too comfortable. I got comfortable doing the same thing and not working on the things that I know I need to work on. So, you know, like going to the gym, like I wouldn't go to the gym because I would tell myself, okay, I have to go to work tomorrow, like, you know, all this kind of stuff. So I just got really like set in my ways, and I stopped doing the things that would really take me to the next level, like working out, like focusing on yoga, like focusing on my mental health, my spiritual health. Like, I've kind of been putting all that stuff on the back burner, and now I'm reminding myself, like, Christina, the plan was, you know, it's good that you have this in line, but, you know, also try to incorporate this as well. And that's honestly where balance comes in. I really don't believe in balance because I think it's always going to be a give and take situation. Honestly, I just think it comes down to, you know, prioritization, and prioritizing the most pressing things that need to be taken care of first. And then, yeah, so I'm really just learning prioritization, really just trying to understand, like, how much can I take at once, what needs my immediate attention, what, you know, like, just finding that sort of common ground of where I think I can do all the things. I'm just trying to find a happy medium. I mean, I just don't want to get comfortable, because I think what comes with comfort is, you know, just the stagnation and growth. Like, I always want, like I said earlier, I always want to like keep getting better, keep improving. And I think in this season, since things are just kind of becoming routine, it's making it difficult for me to incorporate other things just because I'm so used to like that routine. So I'm just trying to remember, like, just try to remind myself, like, there's still other things that you need to start doing, start working on too. So yeah. Now I'm just going to use this blush from Target. I don't remember the name. It's called, let's see, Milani. Another thing is, one thing that I'm super grateful to YouTube about is that it has taught me a lot about discipline, consistency, like all the things that I think I'm trying to work on in my life outside of YouTube. I think YouTube has taught me the lessons I can apply, if that makes sense. I feel like that didn't make sense. I'm just saying, like, I'm learning a lot of life lessons just through YouTube. And it's so funny. Like, I was not expecting it to be such like a mental journey for me or such an emotional thing, but it really has become such, like, it's really a passion project for me at this point, because it's teaching me how to show up when I don't want to show up. It's teaching me how to articulate my thoughts and how to, you know, communicate. It's teaching me patience. Like, it's teaching me so many lessons that I can just really apply in my day-to-day life. And you know what's crazy? I think when I first started doing YouTube, I told myself, like, I really want, you know, 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, or I really want this. And one thing that I've been kind of realizing is that, what if I couldn't handle what I was asking for? Like, everything that I wanted, all the goals that I set, not just in YouTube, but in general, it's like, how would I, okay, let's say this. if I got exactly what I wanted tomorrow, how would I be able to keep it? How would I sustain it? And that's the thing that I'm really coming to terms with is I can say I want all these things, but even at 2,000 subscribers, whatever I have, it's still difficult for me to like, you know, be consistent or do all these things. So why would I like, why do I want the ultimate, you know, reward when I can barely maintain what I have now? I'm learning that I'm in the season to learn. Like I'm in the season to really learn the ins and outs, to really, you know, perfect my craft. And once I perfect my craft, it's gonna come with what it comes with. But I cannot just want these high goals, because once you get things, like when people go viral overnight, that's great and it looks great, but how many of them can sustain that growth for such a long time? So I think I'm really in like the building phase. I think I'm really in the self-discovery phase of like really learning what works for me. So I'm so grateful for where I am right now, because I know I'm building the foundational steps that I will need when I get to the bigger level. And that just applies to everywhere in my life. So that's really what I'm coming to terms with is, if I was blessed with what I want right now, I don't think I would be able to handle it. I think right now is me grinding, me having to learn how to deal with these things, how to manage these things. So when I do get what I want, I will already have the skills and the knowledge to be able to keep it for a long period of time. So I know I'm kind of just talking a lot, but I don't know. These are just some of the things that I've been thinking of for a while. Yeah. Okay, guys, I really need to just actually start doing my makeup, because I've been just talking a lot. Like, I like to yap. So I'm just doing a little blush. I really don't do anything when it comes to makeup. I do the least. Like, I do the little foundation, do the eyebrows and the blush, and then I'll do foundation and lip gloss, and I just call it a day, because I don't know, I like makeup, but I don't like spending money on makeup. Like, all these products are from years ago. I rarely get new makeup products, except this blush. I did just get blush because I never had blush before. So I was like, let me just try out blush. And you know what? I love blush. It just is such like an enhancement to the makeup, you know? Anyway, yeah. So that's why this video is probably, I wasn't doing my makeup most of the time, because if I just did my makeup and that's it, this video would be 5 minutes long. But let me just do a little bit of that. I do also have to do my hair though, because I am going out, so I have to curl it. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in with this. I just got this at Walmart. It's this lip liner thing. Well, it's really for like this, but I just use it on my lips. This is pretty much the look. Not gonna lie, it's not the most intricate or anything, but it gets the job done. Okay, on to the hair. I'm just gonna do a little quick curl. When I do my hair, I literally just do 5 sections and call it a day. Like, the thing that I'm realizing is that I'm really the type of person to try to just do everything. Like, I think that's another thing that I fell short at this year. It's like, it's so easy to get distracted, especially when you're in a new city, you're young, you want to have fun. It is just so easy to like lose sight of like what's important a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think I ended up I think I just lost sight of a lot of things. Like, I was focusing on the wrong things, and I just wanted to try everything. Like, I just really wanted to like dip and dabble in literally everything. Like, guys, if you knew all the stuff I do, it just is the most random and obscure things sometimes. But I think that's what this year has taught me as well, is I just have to lock in on a couple things, because I realized a jack of all trades is a master of none. So that's really how I've been feeling. Like, okay, I'm trying to do YouTube, I'm trying to do this, trying to do this, trying to do this. Like, I realized that, why am I not, like, I think the reason why I'm not really seeing a lot of, you know, I mean, I am seeing improvement, I'm not gonna lie, I am seeing some growth, but I think it could be even more if I really just try to focus on just a couple of things that I'm really passionate about, really serious about. And then once I fully master that, move on to the next thing. And that's something I've struggled with my whole life. Like, focus has always been my weak point, because to me, it's like we only have one life. I want to do everything, I want to try everything, I want to see everything. And so I just try to do so much, because I just feel like time is so short, like life is so short. But I mean, what good is it just trying things if you never become good at them? You know what I mean? So I'm just really trying to figure out what I really want to get good at, what I really want to, you know, dedicate my, not dedicate my life to, that sounds a lot, but what I really want to focus on, basically. But yeah, it's been hard, like, having a social life. Like, guys, if I'm being honest, what I said earlier about how I realized how important community is and really been trying to, like, actively, you know, grow my community or whatever, that takes a lot of time. Like, I am always, like, today I have lunch with somebody. I saw 2 of my friends yesterday. I'm really trying to prioritize people, prioritize building those relationships, just for multiple reasons. Just because, you know, I love learning from other people. I surround myself literally, like, I'm always the least, I'm not even trying to put myself down. Like, don't think this is like me trying to put myself down. I'm always just the least knowledgeable out of every room I'm in, just because there's so much more I need to know. And I just know, I'm so aware of that. So I'm just so intentional about everywhere I go. Okay, what am I learning? Who am I around? Like, that is just so important to me. So yeah, I'll go to, like, I always have lunches with people that I meet. I always try to go out and, you know, really get to understand them and, like, understand each other. And that's been such a benefit to me. Like, not even just like in a exchange, like, transactionary way at all, but just like really building connections with people who you know are gonna go places. And it's just so beautiful. Let me not get all, you know, emotional about it, but it's really been beautiful just seeing how God has, like, placed certain people in my life and just how wonderful they are. So all that to say, I kind of went off topic, but yeah, me going and doing that all the time, plus like me trying to do YouTube and everything, and me trying to really, like, network, it really becomes quite a lot. So I'm just trying to focus on and prioritize, like I said earlier, like what needs my utmost attention at the moment. But yeah, it's been fun though. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy the ride. I really enjoy this season of my life just because it feels like anything is possible. Like, I was just talking to my friend yesterday, like, we can create our own reality. Like, we can literally, like, I know we could always do that, but I don't know, it's just something about living on your own and being on your own and making your own choices. It's like, wow, I literally control what happens in my life. I don't know. So I'm just really enjoying that, really having fun with it and learning, and it's just such a journey and it's such a ride, you know, but it's all gonna work out in the end. I'm not trying to sound all corny and cheesy or whatever. I don't know why I sound like that, but yeah, I just think it's so true. And I really just see that effect happening right now in my life. I just have like 2 more sections and then I'm gonna call it a day because I have to get going. It's low-key getting a little late. And I'm low-key about to run late if I don't hurry up. So one thing about a sew-in is it's gonna itch. I don't know why, but like, and it's the fact that I can't get to my scalp that really bothers me. That's off topic, but yeah. Okay, this one turned out terrible. That curl, that's not it, but honestly, I'll come back to it if I have time at the end. Also, sorry, I'm just asking questions now. Does anyone have tips for like edges that just will not lay down no matter what? Like, I don't want to perm them again. I used to perm them, but it makes it short, like it breaks off, so I don't want to really do that. But no edge control, no matter what I use, will get this part really slick. So if anybody has any tips about that, like, I don't know why it's so thick in the front, but yeah, just let me know, please. Like, I'm begging you, please. And this is pretty much the final look. But yeah, guys, that's all for this video. Thank you for just listening to me. Like, I really appreciate every single one of you if you made it to this point, and just everyone who supports me, because I know nobody has to do that. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.